Hello, good afternoon. Uh, First, no, it's not the first. Second, perhaps, video on the new phone, so hopefully a bit better. It's on a bit of a sugly tripod, so to speak, or, in actual fact. But all the same, probably better. Who cares? Anyway, got a wee game. Um, uh, this feels a bit, well, if it weren't for well, it feels the attitude in which I'm doing this almost feels like uh, sponsored content, in that I'm quite knowingly uh, imminently about to call out, not call out, that sounds accusatory, uh, mention a local business in Glasgow, a place called Arcade without the A. I possibly mentioned this in a previous video. Right before lockdown kicked in, I went and popped in. It's bloody cold. It was a arcade place, not a million miles away actually from this bar called Super Barrio, which has a bunch of arcade machines, uh, which is a good place. It's not. It's kind of just around the corner from there. It's on Salt Market, I think, and I popped in. I can't remember if they've got arcade machines, but they've got loads and loads of retro consoles. I think they do board games and stuff as well, and they also sold a few games at that time. They've been closed all of lockdown, um, and they've just opened up their online shop. And more out of curiosity than anything, I went on, because I don't. I've probably said this before. I don't really buy stuff online usually, because I suppose the feeling has been that if I, you know, the benefit of shopping online is if you know what you want, you can get it, and you can get it easily and quickly and possibly more cheaply. I don't know if that's true though on things like eBay, because maybe in collecting the trade off is um, there's a kind of affordability trade off against availability. I don't know, but the fact is, with me, I'm not collecting towards a goal, and I'm not looking for anything in particular. Usually, there's always stuff that it would be fun to come across, but that's my collection's still so small that the amount of games that it would be nice to come across is so large. Shopping online would just be a way of spending more, well, buying more often. I think if I just went online every time I was wondering about retro games, that would be dangerous. So, and the fun is going into the shop, and seeing what there is that day, being surprised, and also coming across things that I've not heard of before. And it's exciting when you find something having not gone looking for it, and that's a bit of life philosophy as well there. Anyway, in spite of all those facts, and those whims and preferences, uh, it was quite fun scrolling their currently small selection online, um, which is actually quite nice for me, because it's therefore not just a representation of all the things that I could possibly be buying, but a selection. It's like what you would get on the shelves in a shop, a selection. So that was quite nice, and I chose, as I've already written on Instagram, possibly the first time I've made an Instagram post before the video, because I made an effort to make a story and tag them in it. I was going to anyway, but they had a little leaflet prompting me to do so in the envelope that it came in. So I felt now I just feel like I'm I'm falling for the ruse of doing their advertising for them, but that's okay. I don't mind. This is not a sponsored post. Um, to none of my 5 subscribers' surprise, although I'm pretty sure at least 2 of those subscribers are not real people. Anyway, I bought the cheapest and weirdest thing I could find, as I already said on Instagram. Too many clauses in my sentences. Oh yeah, I'm remembering the old focus thing. It doesn't focus as easily as I would like it to, but that's okay. It's focused on my face apparently. Well, that's quite annoying. Anyway, this is pretty cool looking to me. It is, again, my chronology with Game Boy is poor. Characters, copyright 1989. Yeah, the copyrights are 1989, which I'm imagining is pretty early Game Boy. The thing is, it's a pretty yellowed label, which I kind of like because it almost brings out more the fact that it's a. I don't know how this could possibly be true, and yet I'm about to say that the yellowness of it brings out the fact that it's pure white. That probably doesn't make any sense whatsoever, but it's a bit of a yellowed label. It's obviously old. There's kind of browning around the edge of the cartridge, which says to me like really early Game Boy, and it's those features of the cartridge are almost, I won't say nostalgic, but they're familiar. I mean, it doesn't have to be old to be probably in this condition, but this really reminds me of old Game Boy. And the funny thing is, it's just Mickey Mouse, and there were Mickey Mouse games before this, presumably. Although actually, for example, the slew of ones that came out on the Mega Drive, which had like Castle of Illusion. Oh, it's pissing with rain. There we go. What's the other one? Castle of Illusion and Land of Illusion? Can't remember. Yeah, I suppose they came after this. Suffice it to say, the kind of really classic Mickey Mouse design here, it's not quite like Steamboat Willie, is it? But it looks to me to predate. Like, this seems too classic a design to really be appropriate in 1989. But who am I to say? I'm not a big like cartoons guy. I don't really know about it. But it's weird. It's so early Game Boy, and the design of the label, because I haven't played the game yet, evokes an even earlier time period. So it's right up my street in terms of just feeling like a bit of a time capsule, but a kind of confused time capsule, unless my intuition about Mickey Mouse through the ages is just totally off. And it certainly is not well informed. This is just kind of what my guess is. Yeah, so I haven't played the game. I will give it a bash for sure. Jesus, that was my tap. Just squirted. Oh dear. That will do, I suppose. Keep this under 10 minutes because I haven't anything interesting to say other than bought a game on a website. Cheers.